Welcome everyone to Super Drakomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. In this episode, we're going to be doing something kind of crazy. We're going to ascend Vergis, give him that. Then we're going to upgrade his rank real quick. Give him 6-star. Let's go. And then we're going to give him some potions to start him off. Let's do it. Get him a 60. Woo. All right. Yes, I've been farming. I don't often do this for champs, but this account needs it if I want a chance against the Scarab. Yep, I mean, I had some potions left over. I might as well use them. And then give his gear some help. Because I was farming food for ages. Let's give this a go. Let's give it a go. So, how you guys doing today? Yes, I did do some Elden Ring. We're gonna want him in the mix. I kind of stripped him of gear, so I'm not gonna put him in there. He's gonna get provoked anyway. Could put Magnar in there, but I'm trying to think, who else do I want to put in there? I mean, I could put him in there, but I think I'll stick with Magnar and Madame Ceres. We'll try this setup. Even if they all die, though, Vergis will still be in the mix. Gonna put that fortified steel out. Magnar is a positive affinity for this. Granted, I probably should have brought a healer instead. You want to keep these. Perfect. We stole their buff. One thing that's convenient about Magnar as a damage dealer is Magnar is health based, so he's less likely to die from this assault. So that's one thing that's convenient about Magnar. I've put him in like 200 plus resist. I still don't know if I have to put him in regen set or immortal health regen. I do know that theoretically he can solo this. Well, no, I've done it before. I just don't know if his stats are high enough. That's the problem. I probably should have put the rescue on him. Because in order for this to work, he has to live to the boss. There's a reason I'm going for this guy specifically. Because he is specifically a problem. At least the resist was high enough to avoid that. Okay, we have a problem. He needs to regen more. I've discerned that. So he needs, I think, Immortal and Destroy, because he needs the Destroy set for one thing. So yeah, he needs see, we got the Destroy set going on, but he needs Regen. Because I don't see him. First off, I don't see this set working necessarily, because then we don't have the Destroy Gear procs on the boss, which, as you can probably tell, is really bad. So we're just going to equip that. Let's just try this. The main thing we've got to do is make sure that he lives. We'll even put him in the back. Because the main thing is we need him to survive to the boss. If we can't get him to survive to the boss, we're kind of doomed. I'm thinking I'm going to actually want her as backup. Syl would also be good in this, but I have to then get her levels up. Hopefully this temporary regen set will get this going. It's not important that Magnar survives. He's just there to get through the waves. That's his main purpose. But yeah, that's his main purpose. It's just to get through these waves. And then the boss. Vergis, in his current state, will be able to get the boss done. I don't think I'll be able to make it in time to get to the end of the tower, but at least we'll be able to beat this boss, because it was a crying shame that I had Vergis in my inventory and I didn't use him. the main thing was to avoid excessive debuffs. I do need better damage gear on Magnar, because I'm pretty sure Magnar could do a better job. With really good quality Savage. Like, this is not... He has some Savage and Cruel... I mean, Savage and crit damage, but it's not... It's definitely not the quality you want on him. You want better than that. And I will be finding better than that. Because currently it just doesn't smack... He doesn't smack like he should. Alright, we made it to the boss. Time compress him. Barely does any damage. Can we get the shield off, Blaze? Of course not. Of course I probably should have cleansed. I still think Vergis can get through this. Him using the buff, though, is usually a bad idea because he'll steal all the buffs, prolonging the battle. Seems my other guy is not durable enough, but Vergis can prevail. Pretty sure. Let's see if Vergis can prevail. Does he have the resist and the regen this time? Oh, it seems. It seems I've got the recipe. Yep. The recipe. Yes. Yes. Revenge versus the Scarab. Revenge. Yes, I know, Scarab. You want to be a pain in the butt. I'm going to take my revenge. I do like the tavern change where I can just dump all the potions in without having to worry about putting each individual potion into the character. Because that made this easier to do. I don't do this often, it's just Vergis is valuable for stuff like this and for other stuff, but the biggest use of Vergis where he like really shines out from other ally protect is this fight. Literally this fight. Versus the Scarab nut bar. Yes, I'm just saying. You want to see this? This is hilarious. Fighting versus the Scarab. Because he gets to this point with enough resistance that the Scarab can't actually finish him. I mean, there's Champ Fort, but I never get Champ Fort. No account I've ever had has managed to pull a Champ Fort. So because no account I've ever had has ever managed to pull a Champ Fort, we're not going to be doing that. And because of the destroy gear, it allows me to cut through his shield. There's all the other people that died from this stupid Scarab nut bar. I think he sits on that throne. I do think he does. Because he has a tiny butt. So he has a tiny butt. He can sit his butt on that throne. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he can. As he tries to vilely absorb with his weird nose and his horn. He tries to absorb it with the horn because he has a non-existent nose. Yeah, careful. Orgoth. Never mind. I was thinking about a funny thing about the fact that he has no nose. Because he doesn't. It just looks like he has a nose when he tries to vilely absorb. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, that's bad. So he was just on the threshold of doing that? Well, that sucks. Honestly. That sucked. Because, like, I felt like I was getting close to kicking its butt. Man, that was looking so promising, man, to kill the stupid Scarab. Ugh. I swear to God, that was looking so promising. Come on. Please. I'm going to take this to 16 just to give it the maximum effect. The blood shield. Maximum effect of the blood shield. And then, of course, buff this artifact. Give him extra speed. Because we're going to need speed. There's no getting away from that. There's no getting away from that. I'm gonna have to sell a bunch of artifacts to make this work. I'm just trying to buff his speed some more. I'm trying to tweak the build. Try to tweak it so that he can strike first and keep striking. Because I'm trying to judge where the heck did I fall down on the build. Why did he not get out of sync? How did the Scarab take more turns than he should have? Because that's where our problem lies. Where the Scarab takes too many turns. You know? You really don't want the Scarab to take extra turns. You really don't. Oh man, is it excruciating watching a piece of gear upgrade. Okay, thank you. Thank you. There we go. Okay, we've got better speed. Alright. So we're going to put all these other guys in. Vergis is going to be the cornerstone. And then maybe Apothecary. Or if she had Vogoth in here, maybe. But I'm going to start with Mr. Metal Shaper. He's there to try to provide auxiliary support. I'm sorry, but it really frustrates me that I didn't get that the first try with that. Because I already tried him a level 50. That obviously didn't work for this level of Scarab. That did not work. That did not work. I think the main problem here with Magnar is he doesn't have enough resist. Which sucks to admit, but that's a reality. These waves are very awful at this point. Especially trying to get a team that can just get through. Get through the waves. Get Vergis to there. Where Vergis is going to work his magic. Because Vergis nearly did his job. You know? Vergis nearly did his job. He just needed to hang on a bit longer. You know? Cannot keep them alive. Can I get Vergis to the boss, please? I have to kill one of these nut bars. These... Because these two... These two are the problem. Trying to kill off the main guys, particularly the Harvest Jacks. Because the Harvest Jacks are super annoying. And one day, the game will actually give me one. One day. Far in the future. After everyone has forgotten about this game except for a handful of people. And then one day, we'll get that Harvest Jack. Because I'm not giving up on this game. I'm not. People think I am. But I'm not. Even if I change clans because of ideology problems, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do that. Okay, compress him. One thing I like about Vergis, he just does not fear easy. this point, my main objective is to deal with the spectral horror. Try to get through it. To get through it as fast as I can. With these three. Now it's up to Vergis to try to get through the passive. Can we do it? Please. Stupid fear, man. Good amounts of resists. Can we get this fight over with? Can we break the stupid spectral shield, please? We break it all the way. He's trying to vilely absorb. Come on. Come on. Good. Can we get it all the way down? It takes such a long time to get through that stupid shield. And he likes his vile absorption. Definitely likes it. Yeah, it thinks the gear upgrade here did the trick. I think it did it. Because you want to keep chipping away at that shield until it's until it cracks them like an egg. Gotta crack that bug like an egg. Because I worked so hard to get up here. I don't want my Doom Tower. I want to at least take down floor 100 Scarab before the tower resets tomorrow. At least I can say I did that, hopefully. I'm praying that this strategy will work. Because I know it worked on my other account that had Vergis, and this account got a Vergis. The second this account had a Vergis, I knew. I knew it was doable. Okay, he's taking increased damage now. Hopefully that'll add up soon. This is not a fast fight. If you're wondering why I was so disappointed that the other one failed, is because this is not a fast fight. This is a slow and highly difficult fight. And if you die in this fight, you've wasted a crap ton of time. And that's why I'm really, really not interested in dying to this stupid boss. Because at this point, this Scarab is a massive pain in the rear. As you can tell, gotta stick it through. Gotta fight that Scarab on my own terms. I don't know what they're saying and I don't care. I have to keep fighting the bloody Scarab. The power of will. Come on. Can we do it? Can we kill this great murderous beast? Can we finally slay it? Can we do it? Come on. There we go. That's the regen kicking in with the immortal piece. The main thing is to have the immortal piece, you know, help. Because I swear to God, this boss is so annoying on floor 100. Oh, literally, I had to build a whole champion and everything to get this done. And even then, I'm just barely managing to get him under control. Because the stat thresholds on this boss are so high that I'd have to rebuild my Rosin Scarhide to even get through this monster quicker. Because Rosin can survive this if he's built just right. You do want blood shield accessories for this fight, obviously. Even if it's on your Vergis, you want that. Because you want that self-shield. Any shield you can get from that provoke and that vial absorption. You also want to be a specific speed. You want to invest something in speed because otherwise he'll outspeed you. And if he outspeeds you, he'll keep you under control until he has a good shot and he may even kill you. So I think upgrading the speed was a big part of doing this. He's going to try to vilely absorb. I'm going to try to see how many floors I can pass. If I can get to Nether Spider and beyond. But it gets very murky around that point of whether I will get past that Nether Spider, and I definitely will probably fail at Magma Dragon because I don't have a Vogoth or similar. Like, I don't know if I have enough peel versus Magma Dragon, because Magma Dragon requires very high amounts of provoke and decrease attack. I mean, I have some like Visix, I guess, for provoke and stuff, but I don't know if it'll be enough. And maybe Husk with that. Like, I'm trying to think of if I even get that far, which I don't know if I have the stat thresholds for this specific account. But I do know that I think I've hit the stat thresholds for Vergis because it seems that the Scarab falls. Finally. Dear Lord. It seriously doesn't help that the next floor is an absolute nightmare. That does not help. That definitely does not help. Let's try this at first. And then we'll move on to other stuff if this fails. Yeah, we're up on the higher floors. Like, this is not a joke anymore. This stuff is very messed up. Okay, yeah. We're gonna want other nukers. We'll try him. If that fails, we're gonna go Drexthar. Generally speaking, you want someone pretty durable. Or someone who can just nuke this stuff down. Which would be preferable right now because I'm already tilted from Borgoth. I feel relieved, but anyone see that? I think I need to re-gear her. Let's just see if we can get up here regardless. Like, I only include Madame Saris in here because I know that Madame Saris is really nice for decreased defense, which in this tower is something of a must. I'm using Magnar because, to my knowledge, he's affinity friendly. I'm gonna go put someone else in. Okay, take her out of the equation. Him. Ally protect. There's a reason I'm doing this. Because I don't want my backups dead. Perfect. Knockout strikes. That's what we want to see. We want to see knockout strikes on these guys. Because trust me, as you can clearly see, you don't want them alive. You don't want these Mountain Kings to live. I know everyone's like, oh, Mountain King isn't powerful. He is. I've just never managed to get him. There was supposedly a Mountain King up for grabs on a tournament. My problem with that tournament was the fact that, number one, it wasn't up for grabs for me, it was Mashald. And number two, there were too many whales involved in that tournament. So I had zero chance of making that work. Wow. Anyone see that Anyone see that damage? Anyone see that? Anyone see that at all? Who the hell did that much damage? I swear to God. That was more than Mountain King. Mountain King already slams like an absolute cannon. Like, who the hell did that much damage? Dear Lord. I'm assuming it's this guy. It has to be. The reason I'm putting that heal up, I'm trying to keep people topped up, because this place is dangerous. place is ultra giga dangerous. Notice how I'm using mostly legendaries? The only reason I'm throwing Deacon in is because Deacon does that drop turn meter and drop defense, which is, again, extremely valuable for this area. Come on, I want to kill off these Mountain Kings. Come on. Thank you. Next floor. Pfft. Sounds like a good setup to me. Maybe I'll sub out Kale if this fails. I know that rhymes, but whatever. I just want to try to get as high as I can, because that Scarab was really frustrating me. I literally had to raise a champion from an egg to full power just to beat that stupid boss. Because I don't know of another way this account can do it, is the problem. Because the stat thresholds of your general team are extremely high. To the point where the only champ that can do it with really low stat thresholds that's on this account, and on the other one, is Vergis at that point. Not the earlier versions, I'm talking this late game version. The late game version is far superior in terms of power to the early game version. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Crump the turn meter. Throw the provoke. I'm just trying to get up this tower, man. Whoo boy! Because I swear to you, it is not easy getting up here. Just want to make that abundantly clear. It is not easy getting up here. At all. Oh, please. Nice. That's just exactly what I wanted. There's a reason I'm doing that. It's because we're near winning, and yet we're not near winning. Because Sathalia is a real problem. And the thing is, I've never managed to pull a Sathalia in my entire life. So, that's another thing. I've never managed to pull one. You know another champion I've never managed to pull, but I really want him even more than Sathalia? More than a lot of champs, actually. Norog. I really badly want Norog, but the game's like, no, no, no. You haven't pulled enough stuff. You haven't pulled enough shards. You haven't done enough. I'm like, okay. I'll just keep playing until it happens. One day, it'll happen. Yeah, let's keep climbing. We might be able to recover some gems while we're at it. Because trust me, I burnt some resources just trying to get Vergis to where he is. He is useful in other content, but like, he's useful in arena and stuff, but he's not as big in those areas as he is in Doom Tower. Doom Tower is where he shines the brightest. Because that's where he has... Because, like, his shield mechanic, it's nice in a lot of other content, but it's kind of redundant, and it's not really that, like... crazy necessary. But like in Doom Tower versus the Scarab nut bar, he's a lot more OP. Like with Arena, there's a lot of things you can do against defensive champs like Vergis. And that's part of what makes him less useful. But in Doom Tower, he is this more unique way of functioning, especially versus Scarab boss, that really makes him strong. Him and Champ Fort as well. My only problem with Champ Fort is I've never managed to pull one. So one day, when the game decides, hey, give Vaporsmith a Champ Fort, I'll get one. Hell, there are so many legendaries in this game, or even epics that I want. The game's like, no, here's another rare you can't use. Here's a rare you can't use. Have fun. It's like, really? Or even like a specific rare I want. Like, I want Paragon or Coldheart out of Void Shard. It's like, no, here's a rare you really don't want. Have fun with that. Here's someone that you're sure not to be able to use. It's like, oh, you wanted a man-eater? Sorry. I'm still gonna deny you the man-eater. After, I don't know how long. I'm hoping I can get these champs on an account. At least one of my accounts, one of my 3 accounts should get a man-eater one day. I've increased the probability. I've increased the odds. One day, one account will get a man-eater. One day. I swear to God. I mean, I eventually got the Rosin Fusion champs. I mean, why not? Or a Norog, or something like that. One of these crazy champs should show up. Or Mashald. Any of that. I didn't even get a legendary last Clan War. I did not. Nothing. Not even a dupe legendary. Zilch. How many moons have to pass before the next legendary shows up? Like, dear Lord. Where are we at? Okay, this is the one for the gems. Increase that. Let's get a cowabunga in here. That's a pity. I was hoping that the Drexstar would... I was hoping that was just going to nuke him down, but again, it's Doom Tower. Past floor 100, so... None of these waves are going to be quick. And, if I hoof it, I might be able to get to floor 110. Maybe. If I hoof it. But yes, I literally had to raise a Vergis from scratch to get this far. One day this will show up again, this rotation, and we'll reconvene with it. But the next rotation is worse, to the point where I don't know if I'll ever get to the top of that. I mean, maybe Eternal Dragon's beatable. Maybe if I can get some extra resist on everyone. Everyone's got to have a certain amount of resist. The problem isn't the Eternal Dragon. I think it's dealing with Griffin. Because I don't have... Even with Ninja, I don't have a convenient answer of getting that Maybe with like a cardinal setup. Or like I'm trying to think of a setup that would work. I don't know if my other account can get up the next rotation. I think it has a better chance though. How much better? I have no idea. But I think it's better because I have like Cleopteryx is in Savage gear and I can re-gear her. Like I have Cold Heart. I have more tools. I have a Paragon for the Love of Talos, so if we need to cheese it that way. Like if we need to cheese a boss with Paragon, I've got that. I've got the Drexthar and Razin, and I have them in better gear than I have on this account. I mean, I don't have Magnar, but Magnar is in such bad gear that his full potential is just not on here yet. So maybe I can get something more out of Magnar once I get his stuff up. Yeah, Ignatius is such a problem in general. The game has never given me an Ignatius this entire time. But one day, one of these champs will show up. Just like Drexthar did. Drexthar eventually showed up for me. Granted, I had to do some other crazy bonkers stuff. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep going because I've got to see if I can get to the end of this. Affinity or no affinity. I want to get as high as I can. Because that Scarab may have just cost me everything of taking this rotation. That's the thing. This account's weakness to Scarab. Specifically because I didn't invest in Vergis. Because I didn't believe in him for this. I believed more in Visix. Although Visix is still useful for a lot of things, including Spider. Visix is not as good as there's a reason I'm hoofing it, because I don't have a lot of time left. Less than a day left before reset. Once it resets, I mean, I'll try to climb again, obviously, but my first account is the one that's in the best position to do so, even without Magnar. This one may end up having to sit it out again, but we'll see. I'll try my best. We'll see how it handles the bosses. Maybe Magnar will give it an advantage. First, I want to get the revives out. That's the best strat here. Because at least the revives are, like, visible. You know? That's the main thing here. They're not like... It's not like Godseeker where there's like a revive on a revive on a revive. There's one set of revives, and when they expire, you can take them down. Granted, anyone with even half decent gear will probably kill you by this point, but again, we have some very tanky champs. So, because of this, I think we have a good shot at it. And if not, I have backups. Not as many backups as the first account, because the first account has seen things this account is yet to see. Like Paragon is one. Because Paragon can outlast. In terms of outlasting, he's pretty decent for outlasting. I'm still building a Paragon. I'm curious to see... Like, I rebuilt my Paragon to have more resistance, but still low health. Because I'm thinking that with Paragon, I can, with enough resistance, I can do some crazy shenanigans with Paragon. I'm putting that out there just to try to get these block revives out of the way. Man, these revives, I mean. Why did I say that? These revives. Get the revives out of the picture. Because right now, the revives are a problem. Okay, good. We got him provoked. Get that going. That's fine. We have the setup we need. Now we just need to eliminate her. I'm going for Reign of Terror right now, just to try to eliminate the important people. Most importantly, the Sky Touched. Because if we don't get rid of the Sky Touched, we're never getting out of here. Never. Okay. So, since it reset, we will be doing another episode tonight. We got very close to the top. But I doubt we'll get to the actual top. And I will see you all then, quite soon.